Hello, Grosse Pointe North seniors. I'm Mr. Young, for any of you who don't know me, and I am excited to welcome you back to the building tomorrow for a short time for the 2020 SAT. I've given a lot of emails or sent a lot of emails over the last few days and weeks, so I thought I'd give you a short video to just explain some of the highlights about what will happen tomorrow for all of you who are coming to the SAT, and then to kind of share some things that we've been doing to help make sure that the testing environment feels and is safe for you. So here we go, 2020 SAT for GPN seniors. First of all, it's always important that we remember who we are, right? And that we got this. This is an SAT like no other, and we understand that. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. You've not been in school face to face. We've not had school the way we normally have school. So yes, this is an SAT like no other, but you are also Norsemen, and that means you're unlike any other. And we know that you're able to pivot, to adapt, to understand the nature of the situation, and to be here in the building for 4.5-ish hours, and to do that safely and confidently. So we trust you, and we're happy to see you tomorrow. Your safety is our primary concern. So we've attempted to do as much as we can to make sure it feels and is safe for you here in the building. And obviously, your full success is our goal. So not only success on the SAT, which is definitely important, but also having a successful experience here in the building, including coming into the building and leaving the building in a safe way. Those are our goals and our concerns. So first of all, tomorrow, your building entrance is going to be specific and quick. And we want you to have easy access to the building and to your testing room. So we've done a few things to make sure that is true. First, there are only going to be 3 doors that you can enter through. That's the science building front doors, the B building front doors in the student lot, closest to the secure vestibule entrance for the main office. You know that door where you push the button, there's a doorbell there. The set of B building doors right next to that, that's where you also can enter. And then for anyone who's entering from the back of the building, like maybe you walk through the Wedgwood lot or Wedgwood gate, then there's also the B building back teacher lot entrance, the set of B building doors closest to the athletic fields. We've tried to arrange the entrance so there's low to no close physical interaction. You don't have to be standing up close to one another. You can get to your classroom easily. And we also have quick and socially distanced entrances into the testing rooms. So once you get there, you can go directly in and directly to a spot that's just your spot. So one of the things that you can do to help make sure that you can take full advantage of those protocols is to first know your room number. So that room number has been emailed to you already Monday. Everyone should have received one. If you didn't, you can feel free to email me, but I'm pretty sure we've emailed everyone with their room assignment. Also, it's important that you respect social distancing guidelines. So we'll have some things marked off or make specific announcements about where to be, and want to make sure that you as a student respect that, and then follow those guidelines. And then really important, masks are mandatory. We know there's a variety of feelings about masks, and they're uncomfortable, and they are. We understand, but they are also one of the primary ways we help limit the spread of COVID-19. So they are mandatory in Grosse Pointe Public Schools. They are mandatory tomorrow for the SAT, and you cannot remain in the testing environment if you don't have a mask. So if you don't have one when you arrive at school, we're going to have some ready to provide for you, but you do have to have one while you're in the building at all times. Here's a picture of the doors that I mentioned before. So if you were in the science building for your test, it makes sense to enter through the science doors. If you are in the B building for your test, you could enter here from the front of the student lot. You can enter through those doors right there. This is the one adjacent to the secure vestibule main office entrance. And then if you are entering the rear of the building, you see this set of doors right here is where the third entryway will be. Maybe you've walked in through the Wedgwood lot, and it's the side here closest to the A building and the athletic fields. When you arrive at that door, there will be a series of white tables there and 2 to 3 staff members there to greet you. They're going to welcome you, but it's going to be really quick because remember, we're going to try to move you in a socially distanced, easy and specific way. So if you know your room assignment, that helps. When you get up to the greeter station, the greeter will say, "Hi, do you know your room number?" And you can say, for example, "I'm in B315," and then that's your ticket in. You can proceed directly to your room. If you don't remember your room number, then you'll be kind of asked to go over to here, this section where the person might be here sitting with the green folder, and that person would then ask your name. You have to give them your name, and then they give you a room number, and then you can proceed in. But obviously, like, that makes you wait around a little bit here while people are passing by. So if you know your room number, that makes it best. Also, our classrooms have been organized, sanitized, and they are socially distanced in ways that help you to have your own space that you can feel safe in. When you get to your classroom, so you've entered the building, you walk directly to your classroom. Please don't loiter in the hallways. And you get to your classroom. When you get there and you enter, you'll see on a desk right close to the entrance a roster. And the roster has student names and a desk number. So, for example, in this sample here, you see student Jeffrey Young. Great student, by the way, stellar student. He's in seat number 1, right? So then I just look up, if I'm Jeffrey Young, which I am, and I find the number 1, and then I go sit in my seat. Really important that you go directly to your seat. Remember that we're trying to create socially distant and safe spaces, so we can't just mill around the classroom. I can't walk over to seat number 8 if I'm seat number 1 and just like, like shoot the breeze with my friend. I'm going to need to be in seat 1 once I enter that classroom. So that's not normal for us, but it's what we have to do tomorrow. The materials that you'll receive for the SAT will all be separated and specific to you. So you'll be able to individually come up and pick up almost all of your materials that you need. They've already been put into a package. It'll be a process that happened multiple days ago. So it's not somebody recently handling these materials. And even the proctor in the room will use gloves to hand the materials to you so you can feel secure about those. Inside the room with you as well, you want to make sure that you have any snacks or water that you need during the testing process. And if you need to go to the restroom, you can do so whenever you need to. We understand we're going to have, close to 250-ish people in the building probably. So all the restrooms will be open for use in the BE building and in the science wing, but they do have a limited occupancy. So whatever it is for that particular bathroom, in the sample here, it's an occupancy of 2. You'll see a sign on the door that says that, and then there'll be a space to stand outside, socially distanced. If you enter the bathroom and see that, oh, there's already 2 people in here, then I step outside and I wait on one of those or near one of those red dots to indicate that you're the next in line or in a line, and it's a socially distanced one. Outside of some of the restrooms, or at least one per hallway, there are hand sanitizing stations. So make sure you use those liberally as needed. Remember too that the hallways, they are today and tomorrow, they are simply quick, safe pathways in and out of the building and to your classrooms. That's it. So they're not going to be a place where you kind of hang out with people. Like, we can't do that inside the building tomorrow. It's just the place that you go to get to your classroom, to get out of the building. And it's the place that you might stand to have a drink of water or eat a snack while taking a break from your testing room. Again, there's no eating or drinking inside the testing room. So whenever you need to have water or snack, you do have to step outside. We ask that you mask up to consume, drink, whatever it is, and then mask down as quickly as possible. Okay, don't just let it hang off and just be in the hallway. We need you to keep the mask on as much as possible. And of course, for the test, right, we're going to bring it. So you got to show up with the right tools in order to bring it. So what are those tools? First of all, your own pencils and calculator. It's great if you bring your own. We will have pencils available for you in your individual packet of materials. So if you forget, it won't be a problem. But it's good if you have the things that you like, right? The ones that match you. Number 2 pencils, please. Also, a calculator. We have some calculators available, but they're not all maybe the best calculators. So the one that works for you, if you can bring your own, that's best. We don't have water fountains that are available for use. They've been locked down due to COVID-19 protocols. So you should bring your own water bottle and any snacks that you might want to partake of during the break, or whenever you need to step outside the room and have a snack or drink. And then your photo ID, important, so the teacher can give you your packet of materials. We do have to keep the testing secure, and so some identification of you needs to happen, and the photo ID is the easiest and quickest way for us to do that. And of course, you have to have whatever PPE is necessary for you in the room. Of course, everybody has to have a mask, but also if you have your own individual wipes or hand sanitizer that you want to bring with you, you can do so. There also will be wipes and hand sanitizer, extra masks and gloves in each of the rooms as well. So if you're without something, we'll be able to supply that for you. But you can feel free to bring whatever it is that you need to feel prepared and to feel safe. I just borrowed some clip art from the internet over there, so those glasses aren't really necessary. Just want to make sure you knew that. And then there's the test, right? The SAT. So knowing your challenge is the first step to owning that challenge. So how do I know stuff about the SAT? Well, review the informational guides and practice test. Those are all available and really easy to find on the College Board website. There's a section there for students, and then there's a section for each of the kinds of tests that the College Board produces, including the SAT. So you'll find SAT practice exams, you'll find an informational guide for test takers. All of that is available. It's also been hyperlinked in some of the earlier correspondences that we sent out to you. So maybe go back through Schoology or through your email to see if you're looking for an easy link to any of those sources. Remember, there's a reading section, a writing and language section, 2 math sections, and an essay. And all those portions are necessary for the test. You can't just take some and not another, or like skip out on the essay. You have to remain for it all in order for your score to be valid. So make sure that you're prepared for that. The test is about 4.5 hours long if you're taking the standard test. And if you're taking an accommodated test, it might be a little bit longer for your time during the day on Wednesday. And in some cases, you might have to return on Thursday if you're taking an accommodated test. But if that's the case, then your teacher will reach out to you to let you know that you need to return on Thursday. Most test takers will only be taking the Wednesday portions of the test for about 4.5 hours. So that's it. Those are things to remember. You won't have access to things in the building. It's just the classroom. There won't be any lockers. You can't go to the gym and like shoot hoops for a little bit. It's just the hallway in the classroom. But we know that you can do it. It's a challenge, but you can do it. You've not been with your teachers face to face, but you can still do it. Maybe you didn't do the normal SAT prep you normally do. We understand, but we're still going to do it. And we're going to do this thing together and do it well. So make sure you bring your mask. Make sure you check your email so you know your room number. We're going to come in here. We're going to knock the test out of the park. And we're going to do what Norsemen do. We're going to protect this house and protect each other. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and all the success that you're going to bring. Thank you.